아무도 하지 않는 미국 유학 이야기. 오늘은 미국 대학 진학을 고려하신다면 한 번쯤은 들어보셨을 시험, SAT와 ACT 시험에 대해 알아볼까 합니다. 이 두 시험에 대해서는 검증되지 않은 이야기들이 많이 있죠. 이런 루머는 유학생들을 더욱 혼란에 빠뜨리곤 합니다. 따라서 좀 더 정확한 정보가 필요하다고 판단하여 이번에 준비했습니다. 현직 미국 고등학교 대학 입학 카운셀러가 이 두 시험에 대해 자세히 안내해드립니다. 지금 바로 시작할게요.
So, differences between SAT and ACT, we get this a lot. They're both college preparation exams and college entrance exams. Mostly colleges will be accepting either or neither because of their test optional. One is not better or easier than the other. A lot of students are taking the PSAT. That's what we at West Catholic give to the students every fall. So they're just more used to taking the SAT. They're just structured a little bit differently. They're about the same amount of time. It just depends on which one you would prefer to take because colleges will accept either one no matter what. And they're scored differently as well. If a student has taken the SAT a few times and they see their score hasn't budged and it's just stayed the same, then I recommend taking the SAT just to try it out because it's just a different test. Like I said, same stuff is covered with it. And then a lot of colleges aren't even requiring the essay anymore because usually you have to write an essay for your college application, which is why they aren't requiring you to actually take the essay exam. So it's just going to be based on preference, and you can take it as many times as you would like to keep bettering your score. A college will always accept your highest score. So let's say you take it the first time, you only scored an 800 on the SAT, and you take it again and you scored a 1200. They're going to replace that score. Always take your highest score. So for test prep with SAT and ACT, there isn't much of a difference. International or domestic students studying for it recommend students to use the Khan Academy, and that links with your SAT or your PSAT account on the College Board. And that will give you more of a personalized test preps. It might be a little more difficult because there's a lot of reading, so just having a basic understanding of vocabulary and long passages of reading. But a lot of the test prep will happen in your classrooms. So when you're in your English class, when you're in your science, social studies, you're going to get some test prep within those. First come in as an international student and you start in 9th grade. There is a different SAT. It's called the PSAT 8-9. You're going to take that in the fall. And then the next year is called the PSAT NMSQT. So the further you get with that, it's just going to be a longer test. So it kind of gradually brings you into taking the actual SAT. So you can take the SAT or ACT as many times. We always suggest at least 2 times. Just because the first time you might be a little bit nervous, you're not really sure what to expect. So we always recommend taking it at least 2 times, whether it's the SAT or ACT.